guys, welcome to Monday night training. Monday night's always my favourite night because there's always something, or A, we get to find out about what's going on for the week, and B, we also get to always find out something a little bit new and exciting to learn, or something that we can revisit and sort of, get a bit more strength around as well. So we've got a really awesome flexing your mind muscle topic today, and what it takes to have a strong mindset. So we've got should we do the next slide?
Where are we? There we are. Sorry.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know me, my name's Jordan. I am a distributor here in Auckland. I'm a Pro 3 and I've been with Life Advantage since April. And loved it, love it, and it's amazing. And yeah, can't really say much more about it. Well, I can, but we don't have time for that. We've also got the lovely Belinda who is an amazing woman. She will introduce herself probably a little bit when she actually goes in. She's going to be running the mindset, but she is she's in the lovely Mackay in Queensland, and she's Pro 4. So we're going to be looking after you tonight. The first thing we want to say is welcome to all our new distributors. It is super exciting to have you on board. This company is amazing, and yeah, congratulations. You're probably thinking, now that you've joined, what is next? The good news is that it is super simple to missed a slide. It's okay, I can still talk to it. So it's very super simple. There's a system that's set up to basically give you as much success as fast as possible, and there's everyone around to support you. So we have what is called the Pace Setter program. So it is looking at focusing you on hitting Pro 2 in your first 30 days, and making sure that you've got making sure that you've got customers, and to ensure that you've got your personal volume all set up. Once you reach Pro 2, which you will, then we go to Pro 3 in 90 days. And again, with the support of your upline and your team and everything like that, it is quite an awesome success to have. The next one is Pro 5. That is the first massive step in the business where it is, what did I actually write down here? I actually wrote a word that was, what did I write? It's the first big business rank, and it's your first incentive trip. So you get to win a trip to the USA, and get to actually be in Park City, Utah, which is quite exciting. And then the next focus is Pro 7. So you can see that it's everything is set and geared in support of you and your success, and everyone is here to help you. Cool. So just some important information here is one of the things that we say, and also the experts recommend, is that for every decade of life we sit with 1 month of Pro Tandem, and that just means, just when you're mentioning it to people, try and avoid the words of just give it a go for 30 days or something like that, because it's not going to give the best, it's not going to do the customer justice, and it's also not going to do the product justice, because everyone's different. So we recommend kind of easier. I just sort of say 6 months is the easiest thing to say, and it just gives people something to sort of focus on. The best thing to do for your customers is give them the best price ever, and that is on subscription. It also means that it's something that they don't have to think about. It's always going to turn up, and it's just something they just get into the habit of taking it. And it's very rare that sort of, unless there's a major sort of upset, they'll come to you and speak to you if they want to look at cancelling their subscription, but a lot of people don't. Always just make sure that you look after and stay on your customers. I know we get quite busy and it's pretty easy to sort of get them in there, but just check in with them, see if there's anything that you can help them with. In terms of getting in with evidence, so that's in response to sort of when you look at your customers and also your distributors. Even if it's just 1 bottle of Pro Tandem and that's all that they can afford, that is the best thing that they can do. So it does not matter. It's Pro Tandem, or whether it's a platinum pack. It's what suits them, what suits their lifestyle. Just get them in, and they're still, and if they're just on the bottle of Pro Tandem, then they've taken that first step into looking after their health. So that's the main thing. And then just make sure that you yourself have got your own personal subscription set, and that's just to ensure that you are maximised to get all the commissions and stuff. So we just have to have our own little sort of personal PV in there. I think it's minimum for 40. So it's your pro tandem, basically, your pro tandem for the month. So that's all good. Recognition. I like these ones. So we've got a little superstar to talk about today, and this is Sam. So Sam has been amazing, dedicated, and he has just rocked it. So I don't know if Sam's on here tonight. Is it? No? No. So we'll embarrass him later somewhere. Support systems. So yeah, just a little things. It's you know, it is a little bit of common sense. It's also you know, just being mindful, never cross recruit. Just make sure that, you know, if you find that someone's already approached someone else, and just very politely just either work with them to get them, refer them back to the person, or just have a chat to that person and see the best way to sort of migrate them back over without alarming them that they're being switched over. And then also your business starts and ends with you. So this is all about the mindset. So it's a perfect topic for tonight. Biggest thing that we can do is taking action. And if you don't take action, then you can't expect results. And it's, you know, it's just that simple. So the topic, you know, the stuff that we're going to talk about tonight, that's why I'm going so fast, because I just want to get to it, is that it is all about the mindset, and it's all about what you put into it is what you get out. So it's no different than anything that that we already know, but we sometimes forget. In terms of trainings, we have amazing training schedules to support you, and also to help you learn, because it's, you know, we learn and earn as we go. So the biggest one is Monday night trainings. Even if you don't have any, if you can't get to any of the other ones, block out Monday night and make sure you make this a must do. Block it out for yourself. Tell the family, just no, go into your office, however you need to segregate yourself, and then just lock this hour away, because it is one of the most important, because it sets you up for the week. It tells you what's coming up. It lets you know what calls that you've got that you can invite people to, what topics, so you can determine who on your list and prospects would be suitable for which. And it also just lets you plan your day, plan your week, which is one of the main things to actually help with time management. So if you are one of our new distributors and this is your first Monday night training, that's great, fantastic. But if you haven't then attended a Thursday night training, I would recommend getting on that. They do say it's just a one-off, but I sometimes check in probably once every 6 weeks just to sort of refresh myself, and I do the same and get my team to do the same as well, because you always hear something differently or do something differently, or someone's presenting it differently. So you never know what you're going to hear, what you're going to learn, and I can say I've definitely learned a new thing every single time I've jumped back on. Tomorrow night. So this is, again, this is what you need to be doing every day. So this is your daily method of operation. This is your power hour. And you'd be so surprised when you just focus and get rid of every other distraction and just give yourself an hour, how much you can actually get done. So this is your daily income producing activities. So we've got one tomorrow night, and that is with, I can't see the notes, but it is with, it's on Instagram.
So it's with Kirsten and Brandon on Instagram.
Kirsten and Brandon. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, right. I love their ones. So that's sorry. So that's on tomorrow night. We're just doing one of these each week now. So as opposed to Australia and New Zealand. So New Zealand training is at 9 o'clock, and it will be 7 p.m. Australia time. I accelerated myself, but this is distributor training on Thursdays. So again, one off, so it'll be 9 p.m. on New Zealand time and 7 p.m. Australia. Our once off current incentives. So this has been running since January, and it's going to continue until the 31st of August. So this is Road to Convention incentive. I think, I'm not going to, basically now that we're sort of having it online, I think I'll leave it to Charlotte to confirm how this will be paid out, but it's still running. So it's all about ranking and maintaining. So if you rank and maintain for 2 months, then this is the incentives that you get. But it's still 31st of August. Yay. And the event is actually on the 21st. So upcoming events, so this is what we have coming on this week to invite to. So we've got Run to Pro 5. So this is, as I mentioned before, this is your first big business rank after sort of Pro 3. And this is where the first incentive trip comes in. So we've got that on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock New Zealand time. I would highly recommend jumping on that. They're brilliant. And yeah.
Jordan, can I just interrupt? Sorry. I actually forgot to change this slide over. My bad, so I'll have to change it over for the Australian training. But Charlotte had so much interest and questions from the Run to Pro 3 training last week that she's going to do a follow-up training this week. So it'll be a Run to Pro 3 training again, and she's going to answer everybody's questions and go over everything in more detail. So I will get that slide changed and get that out into the New Zealand chat group for everybody.
Okay, perfect.
My apologies.
No, that's fine. But that'll be just as amazing, and then Pro 5 will happen, and it will be great as well. Then this is the first ever global convention. So the tickets available? I don't know. The tickets will be available, but you get you can get a prize. You register, you gift. I think they are looking to be events around in New Zealand, and that we can all get together. I'll have to confirm that. Everything's sort of in the pipeline at the moment and in the making, so I'm not going to confirm or deny, but it is very exciting. And when you register, I think it also gives you a month of being able to go back in and actually review everything and actually and sort of absorb it and take it all in, because there will be just such amazing stuff. I just don't think you'll have to do it over a few times to sort of absorb all the goodness. So that is highly exciting. New markets opening soon. So again, I think the next one we've just opened in China. There we go. Very exciting. That has been in the pipeline for a long time, and yeah, it is amazing. So that is all open. So have a think, have a look, talk to, invite to. Who can you talk to sort of get involved, that's connected with China, can be on the ground here? Who can we move them over to China? Just that is all set up with a distribution centre all set up there, and there's the whole system is all geared for how China works with WeChat and all that type of stuff. So all the logistics is there. And
China's an e-commerce platform. They don't do network marketing in China. So if you've got any, I guess, friends, family, contacts telling you that they don't do network marketing in China, that is correct. But we have an e-commerce platform that has been fully integrated into the Chinese economy, and we have warehouses in China, so everything is fully set up, ready for us to go. So LifeVantage has done an amazing job getting that over the line for us.
Awesome. Singapore, I think the last update was September. So the last update was in September. This is again, super exciting. So just think about who you've got, and when you're doing your prospect list, extend it out to Singapore and see who's associated and what can happen. But there's some great opportunities there. And then Philippines is next year. There's not been an exact time confirmed, but it is underway. But it is also very exciting that whole area of the world's opening up. So world's an oyster, basically. The next slide. Okay, so this week's focus, so just to sort of give you guys a bit of a guide of what to look for this week. So go register for the Life Vantage Global Convention. You get access, you get a little free gift. It's going to be amazing. Also, leverage the global incentives that finishes on the 30th of August. Invite all your people that are running for Pro 3 or were on the training last week. Invite them back on, or remind them that there's a follow-up session with Charlotte. I think that will be highly beneficial, because I'm sure there's been a lot of questions over the week. So just invite them and make sure support them for their run to Pro 3, which is exciting. And then there is invite to the webinar on business opportunity on the China presentation.
So this Saturday we have a presentation with Madeline and a special guest who's going to go over the China market for us. The flyer's still in the process of being made, so as soon as that flyer becomes available, we can get that out to everybody and you can start inviting your prospects onto that.
Perfect. And then this is a question that's sort of come up over the last couple of weeks. So if you have any ideas on where we can recycle our containers, we obviously want to be minimising our carbon footprint and being sustainable. So just email Charlotte and then just let her know, so we can all sort of do our part to help future generations and the environment. Okay, so that's me, and now I'll pass you over to the lovely Belinda.
Thank you so much, Jordan, and I have to apologise for the slides because I got a bit trigger happy with my finger and we skipped some and we missed some and we went back, so I apologise for stuffing you around. Welcome to New Zealand training tonight, everybody, and it's all flexing your mind muscle and what it takes to have a strong mind. So my name is Belinda Wicks. I am a Pro 4 in Mackay, Queensland. I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner, and I guess I'm pretty lucky. I talk to my clients a little bit about mindset in our consultations, and I'm very lucky that when my clients ring me, they've already made the decision that they want to change their health. So I'm very fortunate that I don't have to convince them that they need to change their ways to improve their health, but they've already made that decision. And I guess mindset really does begin with making that decision. So we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. I'm big on quotes, and I love Albert Einstein. So I love this quote from Albert, and he says, "There is only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle." And I guess I like to believe that Albert's talking about our mindset and the power of our mindset. So I guess my question to everybody is your glass half empty or is your glass half full? So these are really important questions, and how we view this is how we think about ourselves and how we think about our world. And this, I guess, belief and thought patterns is really important because highly effective people think differently, and this leads them down to a path of success. And this is what we're all wanting to achieve, is we're all wanting to achieve success in many different aspects and areas of our life, not just business. But it's very, very important to have this really strong mindset. So what is a mindset, and why is it such a big deal? So if we look at the definition for mindset, and that's just an established set of values and attitudes that you have. So this means that your mindset is a collection of thoughts and beliefs that shape your thoughts and habits. Through these thoughts and habits, this affects how we think, how we feel, and what we do and how we live our lives. So your mindset impacts how you make sense of your world and how you make sense of you as a person. So mindset is a huge deal. So when I was researching all about mindset, I kept coming across this lady called Carol Dweck, and she's a psychologist from Stanford University. And she's really the pioneer in research around the psychology of mindset. And she says that there's two distinct types of mindset. There's a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. So when you have a growth mindset, when you have a fixed mindset, you believe that talent and circumstances create your success. This leads you to make decisions that will negatively impact your performance and your motivation through whatever you choose to do in your life. When you have a growth mindset, you have the power to change your circumstances. And we do this by seeking opportunities to grow and get better. So if you're stuck in a fixed mindset, then you're holding yourself back. So what are some of the things that you're telling yourself? You know, you're saying, I'm too busy. This is too hard. This isn't as easy as I thought it would be. I guess we all tell ourselves different things all the time and make excuses to, you know, justify our behaviors. And I think I'm guilty of this too. We were just chatting, Jordan and I, beforehand, and I was saying how I just wish Charlotte would do this presentation because she would just do it so much better. And then I was like, that's a really crappy mindset. And then I thought to myself, I'm not as good as Charlotte yet, but one day I will get there and I'll be able to talk about these things easily and freely, and I won't have to rely on notes. So it's all about our mindset and how we spin it for ourselves, right? So I guess when we think we're too busy, we need to flip it around and we need to think about something different. So one of the things that Jordan came up with was, if I have planning tools in place, I will be able to manage my time and fit in everything that I need to do. So that's a really powerful statement. I always like to think of things as, I always thought I can't run my own business. I'm not a business person. I'm not a go-getter. And now I always think to myself, how can I do this better? How can I learn more business tools to improve not just my nutritional therapy business, but also my LifeVantage business? How can I grow myself as a person so that I'm better and I can offer better things or better services to my clients? So there's always things, you're always thinking constantly when you have a growth mindset about how you can do things better and how you can grow yourself. And trying new things is really, really important. When we have a fixed mindset, we're not one for trying new things. And I guess when you take that leap of faith and say yes to this business, you're trying something new and you're on that path to having a growth mindset if you don't already have it. One of the things that Jordan came up with when we're talking about learning new skills, because sometimes this really scares people, having to learn new things. And just to tell yourselves, I'm excited to learn new skills and I'm excited to apply them and see the positive impact that they're going to make on my life. So some of these things that we can tell ourselves, we can flip it around and make it really, really positive and have such powerful impact on what we believe and how we see ourselves as well as people. So what characteristics determine a growth mindset and what characteristics determine a fixed mindset? So as you can see, a fixed mindset believes that intelligence and talent are fixed. It believes that effort is fruitless, and it believes that failures define who they are. We hide our flaws, we avoid challenges, we ignore feedback that we get, and we view that feedback as personal criticism and we take it personally. We feel threatened by other people's success. I wouldn't say that I have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. I'd like to think that I have a little bit of both. So I have lots of growth and work to do. Growing up, I always thought that I wasn't smart enough to do certain things. At university, I did a Bachelor of Medical Laboratory Science, and halfway through our degree, the JCU University opened up the School of Medicine, and most of my class had their interviews and switched over to do a medicine degree. And they were always saying to me, why aren't you applying? And my answer was, I'm not smart enough to be a doctor. I'm not smart enough to do that. And I'm kind of grateful that I didn't go down that path. But I look back now and I think, man, I could have done that. If I had have just believed in myself and backed myself, I really could have done that too. And I guess things happen in life for a reason, and we end up on the journey and the paths that we're on because of the choices that we make. But I also believe now that my intelligence and talents can be developed. I love learning new things. I love looking at the science and reading new science information. I love that. I believe that effort is rewarded because the more effort you put in, regardless of the outcome, you've stuck on that journey, you're stuck on that path, and you grow and develop and learn as you're putting in that effort towards your goal. Whether you make that goal or not, to me now, is irrelevant. It's if I've put the work in to achieve it is more important for me. I believe that mistakes are part of learning. I used to have this mindset that everything had to be perfect. And when I got sick at the end of 2015, I realized that nothing is perfect. And if people are putting across the image of perfection, there's something that's not right behind the scenes. And because nobody is perfect, and that we all, I guess, make mistakes, and we need to learn from those. As long as we're learning from our mistakes, then that's all that matters. We believe that failures are temporary. They're just setbacks. They're just learning moments, and we can learn from those setbacks and move ourselves forward. We embrace challenges like presenting on team training. That's a great challenge to overcome and embrace. Thank you so much, Charlotte. We welcome feedback, and we view others' success as inspirational. And I think this one really resonates with me, because I didn't like in my previous job that we're all kind of standing on top of each other to try to get and climb the corporate ladder and try to make other people look bad so that we look better and we get promotions or we get the accolades. I love this business and this business model because everyone around you is wanting the same thing. We're all in it together. And every time somebody has a success, I'm like, yes, this is fantastic. I love that I can look to my mentors who are doing this before me, and I can learn from their mistakes and also their success stories. So I love that in this industry, we view other people's success as inspirational and not as a threat. So I guess, how do we develop a growth mindset, and what are the attributes that we need to focus on to develop that growth mindset? And I guess there's so many things that we can, I guess, focus on, and I'm not going to have time to go through them all tonight, but I will make sure that this recording is available to everybody so you can have a look at the slides on the screen. We need to be able to acknowledge and embrace our imperfections. Hiding from our weaknesses means that we'll never overcome them, like having to do public speaking on Zoom, which is one of my biggest fears. Anyway, I'm doing it, so it's good. We view challenges as opportunities. We like trying and learning new different tactics, a better way to do the same job. We replace the word failing with learning. So when you fall short of a goal, you haven't failed, you've learned. It was a learning moment. And as long as you learn the lesson, you're not going to repeat it, and you'll be able to move forward. We need to stop seeking approval. When we're looking to seek approval, we're sacrificing our own potential for growth. If we value the process over the end result, then we are, like I said, the journey to get to the goal is sometimes the best part, not just achieving that goal. Cultivating a sense of purpose. And I guess this is definitely a big one for me, because you've got to keep the big picture in mind. And in our industry, we have to have a why and we have to have a purpose. So as long as you can, you have a why and you have a purpose, keep coming back to that, because cultivating that sense of purpose really drives us forward and gives us the determination and the want to succeed. Celebrate your growth with others, and we do this regularly. Obviously, the recognitions on Teams training, we have all our recognitions on our Facebook group, and it's really lovely to see that we're such I guess a close, tight-knit community where we love sending accolades to those people who have done the dues, like Sam today on training. Emphasize growth over speed. Some of us do things faster than others, but as long as we're growing along the way, that's really all that matters. Rewarding actions and not traits. So rewarding doing those daily DMOs, as long as you're doing the dues, reward those people in your team for doing that, even though they may not have got the end result that they were hoping for. We have to remember that our industry is a numbers game. So the more numbers we talk to, the more people we can help. I like this, redefine genius, the word genius in your mind and what that actually represents. Because for me, genius meant naturally talented, naturally smart, but actually to become a genius requires hard work, and you can't rely on talent alone. So as long as you remember that, we're all little geniuses in the making. Portray criticism as positive, and always give positive criticism and positive feedback to your teammates. Constructive criticism can be hard to hear if you're not delivering it in a positive way. So always try to make sure that you're delivering constructive criticism positively. And also disassociate improvement from failure. So this generally means that when we hear the phrase room for improvement, we automatically think in our minds, I failed, I didn't nail that, which is not true. So it just means that there's room for improvement because, like I said, nobody's perfect and we're all just in this together and learning it as we go. The one thing I really wanted to, I guess, highlight on this slide is to cultivate grit. So grit means that you have courage and it shows your strength of character. And a person with, who has grit has passion and perseverance, and their goals are set and followed through. How many of us have set a goal and haven't followed through with it, or we've lost our focus halfway and realized we're probably not going to achieve our goal, so we've given up. We've lost our grit. If you have a growth mindset, you're not losing your grit. You're like, right, I've lost my way. I'm now just going to refocus and see how close I can get to my goal. So I guess it's all about that determination. Once we've achieved our goals, if you have a growth mindset, you make a new goal. Once you've achieved your goal, that's not it. Like I'm not going to reach Pro 5 and go, oh, okay, I did it. I can sit back now and do nothing. I have another goal. I want to get to Pro 6 and I want to get to Pro 7 and I want to cultivate teams of people who help other people to do the same thing. So once you've reached your goal, set a new goal and keep going. Take risks in the company of others. I guess that generally just means that you are happy to fail in front of others and you're happy to look goofy or stuff up. So, our presentation hasn't been perfect tonight. I've stuffed the slides up for Jordan and I'm probably saying way too many times. So that's life. That's real. That's me. So just take risks in the company of others. And I know I'm in good company here. So, and the last thing I really want to mention is taking ownership of your attitude. So attitude is everything. You must believe that success is possible and you need to have the attitude of self-reliance. No one's going to hand you success on a silver platter. You have to work hard for it. You have to work for it. So you have to have that attitude of determination and perseverance, and you need to keep going even when things aren't going your way. So you have to have the attitude of hard work and to realize that in order to succeed and grow your business, you need to grow as a person. So the more inner and personal work that you do to personally grow yourself, the more your business will grow as well. So what does it take to have a strong mind? We really need to keep focused on the moment and we need to stay present, and we need to, when those challenges come up, have a positive outlook and really embrace the thought process behind how to resolve that challenge. And I guess the worst thing we can do is ignore the problem, because then it festers and it gets worse and it becomes that elephant in the room that we don't want to address. So focus on the moment and really deal with things as they come up. Embrace adversity. Mental strength gives us the ability to see obstacles in our path as stepping stones. And I like to say, tell my kids all the time, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So my kids really hate it when I say that. Exercise your mind. Read books, do puzzles, do Sudoku, which I can't do, by the way. Yet. I can't do that yet. And I learn new things, teach someone else something new, really exercise your mind. It's a muscle. Our brain and our brain is plastic. It's forever evolving and changing. And we once thought that it was a fixed, rigid structure, and it's not. Neuroplasticity is revolutionizing neurosciences. So make sure you're working it out. And what better way to work it out than to start a new opportunity and learn a new way of business. So don't let fear keep you down. So fear is sometimes one of those things that can paralyze us, and when it paralyzes us, we're really stuck. And I guess don't be defeated by that. To be resilient and mentally strong means to know how to deal with fear. And I guess if we approach fear with awareness that's an opportunity for us to grow and trust in ourselves. And if we can grow and trust in ourselves, like my fear of presenting to everybody on Zoom tonight, I've outweighed, my fear has, I guess, diminished because I'm on this call with everybody tonight. So awareness outweighs fear every time. Find solutions. We are solution people, solution-oriented people. My family always calls me the problem solver because everyone comes to me with their problems and I help to solve them. I find solutions for people, and I find solutions for people with their health, and now I also find solutions for people with their finances as well through our wonderful business and sharing that with everybody, which I absolutely love, and I never thought I would ever do anything like this in my life. And be grateful. So being grateful can literally transform your entire day. It helps to lower our cortisol. It helps to lower our stress hormone cortisol, and it just helps us to have clarity and focus. So if you can find something to be grateful for in a moment of challenge, then you will get through that challenge without a doubt. I want to end tonight with a few quotes. So good old Albert Einstein, anyone who has ever made a mistake has never tried anything new. And I love the power of yet, because I'm not like Charlotte yet. I'm not as confident in speaking in public as Charlotte yet. So I guess that yet, the power of yet is really, really important, and really resonates with me. So the other one that I really love in this slide is grit, which is guts, resilience, initiative, and tenacity. And that really sums up a strong mindset. So this week I want to challenge you to pick 2 mindset quotes that resonate with you and post them in your New Zealand chat. And let's get everybody motivated to a stronger mindset. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and I really hope that you got something out of tonight's training. Cheers.
Thanks, ladies.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, girls. Awesome.
Thank you.
I'll see you later on Frontline, girls.
Sounds good. Bye.
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 Awesome. Thanks, Jordan. Thank you so much.
No worries, darling.
All right, I
See
need
you
to stop
Friday.
this recording.